We have a special speaker, and we're going to start with her today, and then she will help hand out awards. Let me tell you something about our speaker for the day. Winter Benecki is a 14-year-old, two-time national triathlon champion. She's an ambassador to the sport of triathlon, and she goes into schools across America, encouraging kids to lead an active, positive, healthy lifestyle. She encourages kids to not only race for themselves, but for a cause. And I told Winter about our cause that we're raising some money for this week and next week for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society to help kids who are sick. Winter is the newest and youngest member of Fly Elite Aerial Ski Team here in Park City. She's training year-round at the Utah Olympic Park with the hopes of making the 2018 Winter Olympics. Winter was just 9 years old when she formed a nonprofit called Team Winter to raise awareness and money for prostate cancer, the cancer that took her dad's life. She's currently running a marathon on every continent in memory of her dad and to honor the 1 in 6 men affected by prostate cancer. She'll be the youngest person ever to do this. She'll be leaving here this afternoon right after the assembly to board a plane to Antarctica where her next marathon is. So we were really lucky to get her to squeeze in our Trailblazer assembly today. So please give a warm Trailblazer welcome to
One thing I did do the Iditarod. That is an amazing dream. Who else?
To make it to the NBA.
NBA, awesome. Let's go back here.
To make it to the Olympics in swimming.
Olympics and swimming, you guys all have high dreams, and I know you guys can make them because you guys are trailblazers and you make your own paths to the future and help make anything you want to do possible.
Be a scientist.
Be a scientist. All right, let's go back here.
A famous artist.
Artists, awesome. We have such a wide range of different dreams here. And like I was saying, you guys are trailblazers. And trailblazers are people who don't follow in other people's footsteps. They're someone who sets their goals and works super hard to reach them. And you guys, even if you're not getting an award up here today, all of you guys are trailblazers and you are going to be so successful in your futures. Whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish. I'm now doing a marathon on all 7 continents for my dad and prostate cancer awareness, and for the 1 in 6 men and their families affected by prostate cancer. I did my very first marathon last April in Eugene, Oregon. My second one was in Kenya this past September, and then the next one I'm going to, even this afternoon, I go to Antarctica. After that, when I get back, I go to Machu Picchu, and we'll be running a marathon there, and then in Mongolia, and then New Zealand. And my very last marathon, I will be finishing my world marathon tour, and I will be hopefully the youngest person in the world to do this and be finishing by the age of 15. I'll actually be 14 in a little bit because my birthday's in December, so I'll have not turned 15 yet. So I want to hear one last thing. On the count of 3, we're all going to yell, "Go Trailblazers," to show that you guys can do anything you put your minds to. Are you ready? All right, 1, 2,